Good evening, I'm Shane Jones, leading the news at 7. It's only a few days before the biggest night of the year, and Bridgetown retailers are already welcoming shoppers searching for that perfect look. A CBC team visited the city to see what was popular in stores. Take a look.
The countdown is on, and the crowds have returned to Bridgetown, many in search of the perfect look for Old Year's Night. In Urban Vibes, sales manager Sherry-Ann told us about the trends the younger people are into.
The trends for this year so far is a lot of lace and a lot of velvet. You're getting a gold, you're getting a black, also getting a lot of color.
In Jason's, owner Chandru Thani gave us an idea of what is popular in his store.
For Old Year's Night, people love black. A lot of people traditionally love black, and a lot of sparkles and things. Some people that like it simple, they'll have them. For the morning, we've been selling a lot of lace dresses. People going to church, you know, the older folks, they like their laces and things. So we have black in these here too.
He was busy helping customers choose the right outfit.
The styles here are different in Barbados, and there's more selection. So I really liked it.
Over in Madame of London on Swan Street, this shopper was on the hunt for an outfit for a special lady. They also had plenty of blinging accessories to accentuate the look. To top it all off, let's not forget the makeup and hair. At Exotica Makeup and Extensions, the wide selection made it easy to get the perfect lipstick, eyeshadow, and of course, hair.
Oh yes, the ladies are definitely still coming for their hair. They bought hair for Christmas, they're buying hair for all years, and the hair is still popular. They're still buying hair.
Businesses in Bridgetown and across the island should see even more shoppers as the clock winds down to the end of the year. Lorna Jones, CBC News.
Thanks, Lorna. This Christmas season, the Bridgetown port has been extremely busy with cruise liners for the winter season. Today, 5 cruise ships with over 3,000 passengers, Carnival Fascination, Princess Pacific, Princendum, Riviera, and Grandeur of the Seas called at the port. Some of the tourists walked through the city, with some passing through Pelican Village, while store owners were mum about if the increased traffic translated into extra business. The visitors readily gave an assessment of the center.
Nothing that stood out. I mean, everything's nice. The shops, I mean, there's quite a few spots that could still be opened up, you know, make a little more variety, but other than that, it's nice.
The atmosphere, the local places are really beautiful, and I'm enjoying the stay.
This is the first shop we've come in, yeah, so as yet we haven't formed an opinion, yeah, but so far so good.
Well, there's a warning for coconut vendors across Barbados. Clean up after yourselves or face the consequences. This message from the Royal Barbados Police Force. Public Relations Officer Acting Inspector Roland Cobbler says it comes against the background of an increase in complaints from members of the public.
The Minister of Health have spoken comprehensively about the price of selling coconuts and leaving the shelves on the highway or where they do their business. It is an unsightly sight, and it presents a serious health hazard, so they must understand that they must clean up after themselves.
Mr. Cobbler says police will be monitoring the situation.
I know the minister have been looking at, you know, how we can address this matter, and of course we will work closely along with the minister to see that this matter is addressed. So we want those persons to recognize their responsibility in playing the trade. They have to make sure they leave the area which they work, you know, sightly and clean for those persons who traverse this area.
Local artists now have an exclusive platform to showcase their music. It's Homegrown Radio, an online station created to foster exposure. Co-founder Randy Eastman believes that some artists are not being given the same opportunity as others.
Radio stations do play a little bit of homegrown radio and homegrown music, so to speak. However, there are other songs out there which need to be heard. So we say, okay, let's put those songs out there, expose the artists who are extremely talented, who may not be getting the exposure, give them opportunity to be heard. So that's the whole concept and vision behind it. We try to tie it into our other things that we have going on, other concepts, or other themes, etc.
Well, finding the station is as easy as searching for Homegrown Radio 246 online, and there's even an app for your mobile devices. Mr. Eastman says putting the station together was a team effort.
The persons working with me on it are Mr. Kevin Watson. Both of us conceptualized the idea, Homegrown Radio 246. along with other people who would have worked on the artwork. You have Sean Lane, who did some artwork for us, my brother Ramon Eastman. It's a whole team of people who are trying to help us. So many people I can't remember right now, but the main person who works with me is definitely Kevin Watson, who also is a dual concept, the person who also conceptualized the idea with me.
Artists can submit their music to homegrownradio246@gmail.com. It is the season when great cake dominates and becomes the star cake of all cakes. It has become part of the Christmas tradition in Barbados for many years. But do you really know how to make it? Ryan Broom has the story.
Sugar, butter, eggs, and fruit are just some of the ingredients needed to bake a great cake. And manager at Bake You Happy, Talicia Lewis, demonstrates just how it is done. According to her, it is not a great cake for most people if alcohol is excluded.
Some people actually, some people have their fruits prepared from a year before, have them in a bucket with all their alcohols and stuff to make sure they're really, really rich with the rum. So, but like I said, everybody does their thing differently.
And although it is Miss Lewis's first Christmas season baking great cakes commercially, she says sales are looking good.
Sales are really good. I had to stop taking people because I want to cut off so that I can at least still enjoy Christmas with my family. So sales are really good, saying that it's the first time we've gone out and done it.
But she admits that baking was not always her passion. She says the motivation came when she started watching a television series called Cupcake Wars. However, she says there are times where customers would order cakes and not turn up for them. She believes issues can be avoided if buyers effectively communicate what they want.
I am doing, and sometimes it feels, sometimes it is really disheartening to put your all into something and it's like, but you know, it's not twisted that way, or it's not this tall, or it's not that color. You know, you may not have been specific in what you wanted, you may have left out a detail. And if you leave out details, I cannot put in something you left out. You know, so sometimes it comes down to communicating effectively to make sure that everybody involved is pleased, from the baker's side and from the client.
Now, based on what she has seen on social media, she says a lot of young people are being creative with cakes. However, Ms. Lewis is welcoming more people to join the industry. She's also hoping that someday there can be an island-wide cake baking competition. Ryan Broom, CBC News.
Okay, we'll take a short break here and come back with more news.
At Digicel, we know what you want. Better prices, better entertainment, better gifts with the most gifted network. This Christmas season, Digicel invites you to get gifted. Download my Digicel app for more information. Come into any Digicel store. Make your Christmas wishes come true. Digicel.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits, with a solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity, with a solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
It was not business as usual at the Hilton Barbados Resort this morning as it held an annual event to show appreciation to its guests. Chef jackets and beach shorts were the uniform of choice as general manager and heads of departments of the Hilton donned their usual tools and took to the hotel's pool, each carrying a platter laden with sweet and savory treats. Their only condition was that the guests joined them in the water for the annual Chefs in the Pool initiative. General Manager George Stanfield says the event is now in its third year.
We got all our department heads here, and we've definitely made this a tradition at the Hilton Barbados Resort for for the past 3 years, going on 4. And it's something that excites everyone. I think we've been through this, and you see the guests just year over year continue to enjoy and prosper this time that we get to offer them all our great services that Barbados gives to our people coming to visit us.
He adds that 2016 has been another prosperous year for the resort, which he credited to the hotel's ability to adapt to the country's ever-changing climate.
I know times are not easy today, and I believe I've got the strongest team here that knows how to adapt to our economic surroundings that's been happening in Barbados year over year. So people sometimes, we take this as an opportunity to just excel as better leaders, and my leaders, I can't speak enough. They've adapted to the best of the best, and we could call it another successful 2016, so we're super proud.
The chefs also participated in a friendly water volleyball match against the guests. Well, guests at the popular Tamarind Cove Hotel in St. James got a special Christmas treat as part of the hotel's extended Christmas 2016 program under the theme Peace, Love and Sandy Feet. They moved to the rhythmic sounds of a local tap band while being entertained by dancers, Shaggy Bears, Mother Sally's and a Bajan Green Monkey. General Manager of the hotel, Olivia Skeet Baptiste, says the aim is not to only spread some Christmas cheer to the guests, but also to expose them to some of Barbados' culture.
Every year we try to do something that is authentically Bajan. A lot of folks travel all over the world, but we want that when they leave Tamarind, they just not remember the hotel, but they remember Barbados, they remember some of our culture, they remember significant things about Barbados, just more than our warmth, more than the sea and sand, a little bit more about our culture. Let them experience that, and I find that that's something that remains with them. It creates a memory, and when they have Barbados in mind, they have a little bit more about the flavor of Barbados in mind.
She says the hotel prides itself on offering an authentic experience.
We try to make sure that we bring a lot of the culture of Barbados into the hotels. Because one thing about Elegant, we do our best to make sure you have a Barbadian experience. And with that, we find that we are very popular out there in the world because they have truly authentic experiences when they come.
When you think of Christmas in Barbados, there are just some things that come to mind, and I bet having a refreshing glass of sorrel is one of them. We caught up with one local juice maker who agreed to show us how to make this beverage. Here's Lisa Broom.
Meet Relina Coward, the operations manager of Healthy Fruit Juices. She got into the business 4 years ago.
It was just a part-time thing. I just used to do it on weekends, and then I went into it full-time. I had just started with the job I was doing because it was profitable.
Relina makes sorrel all year round. In fact, it's one of her best sellers, second only to her golden apple juice. She makes 3 different types of sorrel using bay leaf, ginger and lemon.
And we use the hard spice, the clove and the bay leaf. As I said, the bay leaf really gives it, a really nice flavor, right? Everybody makes this stuff different. Yeah? So we come up with our own little ideas. And
well, the sorrel is soaked for 2 to 4 weeks, after which the juice is extracted. For this recipe, you'll need 1.5 liters of warm water. Add to that half a liter of the sorrel puree and 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. Mix the ingredients until they're well blended. It's at this point that you taste and make any necessary adjustments. And believe it or not, that's all to it. Your sorrel is ready to be served. Now, it's best served chilled, so grab a glass and fill with ice and add your juice. For those of you interested in presentation, feel free to use the very ingredients you used to make the drink. It was finally the part our reporter Sharika Griffith was waiting for, the tasting. Can you tell from the look on her face just how much she's enjoying it? Well, she also told me that after Relinda made it look so easy, she couldn't wait to give it a try. Maybe you can too.
Still to come, a look at stories from across our region. But before we get there, here's a tip from Coverley Medical Center.